My mom is my hero. When people ask me about my mom, it's kind of hard to describe her. She is a very interesting person, but one of my favorite stories that I used to describe her is the Goodwill spaghetti story. So one day we're at Goodwill, we're looking at things, we're in the shoe section, and she's looking at this girl who's looking around and she's looking at shoes and just very nervous. And my mom is watching her and she looks down and she goes, "Oh, that girl doesn't have any shoes." And she puts two and two together and she goes, "That girl's gonna steal some shoes." So she looks at the girl and she's like, "Psst." And the girl's like looking over the aisle. My mom's like, "Come here, come here." And the girl's like, "Oh my gosh." And she comes over to my mom and she's like, "What?" And my mom's like, "Are you gonna steal some shoes?" And the girl's like, starts looking around, nervous, crying, and my mom's like, "Come on, come on." And she takes her out of the store and she goes, "What are you doing? Why are you stealing some shoes?" And the girl starts crying and she goes, "Oh, I had a fight with my boyfriend and he hit me and I can't go back and all this stuff and I can't get my money, I can't get anything. I don't even have my shoes out of the house, but I can't go back." And so my mom goes, "Well, you're in a really tough spot, but I'm going to help you." She goes, "What size shoe do you wear?" And the girl starts, crying even more. She's like, "Oh, I'm a 7." And my mom goes, "Okay, stay here. Stay here." And the girl's like, "Okay." And we walk back to the car and she's, going in the parking lot. She's like, "Stay here." Just get in the car. She's like, "Stay here." And it's carrying across the parking lot because she's really loud. And the girl's like, "Okay." We drive off and we get to the apartment and my mom's like, "Okay, grab those shoes." And I'm like, "Your shoes?" And she's like, "Yeah, grab those shoes. Those are my extras. I don't need those." So I put them in the bag. She's like, "Go get some, toothbrush, go get socks, go. And so I'm going and I'm just grabbing stuff because I'm like, I don't know. And then putting it in this bag and I'm going around and I look over in the kitchen and my mom's putting a pot on the stove and I'm like, "Mom, what are you doing over there?" And she's like, "I'm making spaghetti." Like, obviously. And I'm like, "Why are you making spaghetti right now?" I'm like, "Are you making dinner? Like, what are you doing?" And she's like, "No, that girl needs to eat something. I'm making her some spaghetti." And mind you, my mom does not go the easy route with food. So she's hand making her own sauce. She's putting fresh noodles in there and I'm rolling up the meatballs and everything. And I'm like, "Okay, all right." About an hour later, she puts the finished spaghetti in some Ziploc bags as she does, and then she puts them inside the thermo, little lunch container, water bottle, cutlery, wet wipe. She put a wet wipe in there. And we drive back to Goodwill. My mom's going about the parking lot. She's like, "Hey, hey." And the girl looks up and she's like, "Come here, come here." And so the girl comes over and we give her the bag and she's crying and crying and she's looking for the stuff. And then she's like, "Spaghetti? Is this spaghetti?" And my mom's like, "Yes, of course." She's like, "You need something to eat." And, she continues to cry. My mom gives her $20, $40, and she gives her phone number and she says, "Life sucks. It just sucks sometimes. And we all go through something really hard, but you can get through it. You can do it by yourself. You can live a good life by yourself. Sometimes you just need someone to help you." And she says, "Call me if you need me, but I believe in you." And then we just kind of drive off and about a week later, she gets a call and she's like, "Hello?" And it's the girl and she says, "Oh my gosh, thank you so much. I am in a much better place now, but I wouldn't have been if you didn't find me that day." And that pretty much sums up my mom. She is a teacher, she is a lover, and she is a helper. And she has really taught me those things throughout my life, and those lessons are really invaluable, and they have shaped me as the person I am today. She has taught me so many things, whether it be how to cook, how to take apart our dryer to get a penny that has fallen down the lint trap, to mow a lawn, change air filters in a car, all sorts of things. But one of the most important things that she has taught me is to be able to reflect as a person, to grow as a person, and change as a person. She grew up with a horrible, horrible childhood. Pretty much everything bad that you could imagine happening happened, and she had a tough time figuring out what to do. But she did it, and it made her really wise, and it made her really caring, and it made her one of the best teachers you can get in life. So I have learned so many things from her, not only in daily life, but as a person, to work on yourself and to help yourself and help others. And one thing that she has always taught me is to be loving. She has always been loving with me and my friends. She's always caring. She's always saying, come on in. Do you want dinner? Do you need a ride? She literally kidnapped one of my friends from the street one day when she saw her walking in the rain. She's like, get in the car, get in the car, because that's just what she does. She loves people so much that she'll just do anything weird and quirky to help them out. And it's those kind of instances that just make me really happy and proud that she is my mom, and it's translated over into my life too. I go, why would I do that when I could do this? Why be negative when you can be positive? And why be hateful when you can show love to someone else? Don't let people take advantage of you, but don't just go out spewing negativity everywhere. And that's one of the things that she has told me. She says there are people who make chaos in life, there are people who do absolutely nothing, and there are helpers. And she told me, as long as you're a helper, your life will be fine. She's like, life doesn't go as you expect it, and bad things happen all the time, but if you're a helper and you help yourself and you help the people close to you, then it'll be okay. And I have thought about that through the years, and I'm like, you know what? She's right. And with every new life experience, I aim to be a teacher, a lover, a helper, just as she has, and I'm really thankful that she is my mom. She's a superhero. She is a fun one, a quirky one. Everyone always remembers her. And everyone is always appreciative of everything that she does, and so am I. So here's to you, Mom. Thank you for being the best teacher, the best mom. I love you, and I'll always take a bag of spaghetti.